And then you be a very, very interesting program. Ewa ha. Yeni NDC chairman. Mr. Alhaji Al Hassan Mbaba. And yeni be a program no. Now a number of issues are also in the week. Within the week, a number of issues are and then you be deliberate about it. Maybe as time goes on, no, Mr. Richmond Boateng or representing MPP ebe joining. But for the meantime, no, Mr. Alhaji Al Hassan Mbaba and any be program no. But the investor mechanic say Mr. Alhaji Al Hassan Mbaba obey program no in English because or you're more comfortable with that. It doesn't mean so I understand it, you know. But so who or question be during the program now pray now bisa he will answer in English, but he can understand the Twi language because or you're fluent in English than Twi. Alaji, welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Kofi Kula.
It's good to have you here today.
Yeah, the Englishman will say, better late than never.
Yes.
But is it my fault? You know, I was elected as the UK and Ireland chairman September last year. And, you know, in politics, there's this saying that monkey plays by what? Sizes.
Yes.
I'm not trying to undermine or downgrade other executive members of the UK MPP branch. But it would have been good for this encounter to be between the UK NDC chairman and the MPP chairman of the UK. But since I took over, I've made efforts to see if we can have face-to-face. But my good friend, Mr. Kweku Nkansa, has failed to take up the challenge. Like beginning of this,
I understand he's having
that's
a
always
meeting
the
today.
Excuses, because I remember when we went to Ghana, was it in November for our National Delegate Congress? Before then, media house was looking forward for us to meet, and they knew I was out of the country, and they said he was available. Because any political observer will definitely know that if NDC is doing National Delegate Congress, their chairman will be in Ghana. So when I got that phone call, I said, okay, no problem. I'll be back in the UK the following weekend. Can we schedule it? But when I came, it was another.
Where did you want to do that?
I think it was GM. What is this guy's
GM Radio?
What is it? The Mansa Musa's program.
But
anyway, we are here. And today, I think my communication officer made it clear that the chairman of the MPP branch is now prepared to meet with me. That's okay. I look forward to it. So today, I even work half day. Just to make sure that I get myself.
From my understanding, he informed me they are having meeting, a special meeting today. And I know that meeting is going ahead.
I mean, that's what they said. Let's accept that for now. But I think this is an important thing. They are in government. They have promised Ghanaians a lot of things. They need to come out and defend it. They can't keep on running away from their records. But this one, I've started, whether they are here or not. My brother, just schedule the program. Like today, they are not here. Doesn't mean that I'm going back home. I'll sit down and talk. It's up to them to also come out of their holes to defend their record. Sorry, I should have paid tribute to the most distinguished president in Ghana's history, especially since the beginning of the Fourth Republic, Professor Evans Atta Mills. You know, since we lost him, today's the 7th anniversary. NDC as a party today was paying tribute to activities to mark his anniversary. May his soul rest in peace. So we in the UK here, we are part of the NDC family, so we also need to pay our tribute to late Professor Mills. And the only legacy Ghanaians and NDC in particular can pay to this great statesman is to work hard to make sure that John Mahama is elected in 2020 with NDC majority in Parliament, so that we can continue with the good works that were initiated by Professor Mills in January.
Did the NDC do anything in here for Atta Mills?
No, you know, because it's weekday. You know, this our country.
Okay.
I mean, but of course we are going to do something in our own way
Okay.
to mark the day. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Mbaba.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Okay.
our president,
Yes.
you know, Nana Akufo-Addo, challenged former president John Mahama to
Okay.
provide evidence
Yeah.
of improved cocoa production during his term.
Okay.
Nanado is saying that during the Kufuor's administration or during his term, production increased to 750,000 tons
Okay.
by the time he left office after 2008.
That's John Mahama's time.
That was
Kufuor's time. Okay.
That was Kufuor's time.
Okay.
During his term, you know, production increased, and this increase was from 380 tons
Yeah.
when Lawrence handed over
Over to President Kufuor. Okay.
Then, during Atamil's time, production of cocoa also increased
Yes.
to 750,000 tons to
This-
1 million.
To 1 million. Okay.
So Atamil's also did a great
Increase
job.
it. Okay.
Yes,
By
you know,
almost
according to Nanado.
250,000. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the statistics.
May his soul rest in peace.
Yes. Now, Nanado is of the view that
Mhm.
cocoa production then slumped to
Slump.
640,000 during Mahama's time.
Mama, okay.
And eventually, you know, this is between 2013 to 2017.
17.
Things start going down.
Down. Okay.
And since so even though Mahama gave fertilizers, free fertilizers to
Yes.
farmers, but production was low. And Nanado is of the view that this is poor leadership skills,
Okay.
you know, lack of skills,
Okay.
lack of knowledge, you know, lack of technical ability
Okay.
to help with the production of this. What is your view about that?
It's very, very interesting. Look, that's what I'm saying. The only tribute we can pay to Professor Mills is to bring Mahama's back. I'll come back to the statistics so that to continue with the good work of Prof. If you look at the statistics, that means since the advent of the Fourth Republican Constitution from 92 to present day, the only president that has chalked the highest productivity in the cocoa sector was Professor Mills.
Yeah.
100 million
Yes.
1 million,
1 million. yeah.
metric tons.
Mhm.
Okay. If Professor Mills' time, it was 1 million. And then John Mahama took over, it came down to what?
640.
640.
However, during Kufuor's term, it went up to 750.
I'll come to that. And then Nana is now saying what?
Well, this is due to
I'm coming due to his what leadership. It has increased to what 900,000 tons. It's interesting, my brother and Ghanaians. Let's be fair. Cocoa production, the gestation period for cocoa tree. Put the clearing of the land. I'm coming. Put the clearing of the land aside. Let's assume if you plant cocoa tree today, it take you a minimum of 5 years to let me learn to start bearing fruit. Even if you use the hybrid one or improved ones, you are looking at minimum of what 2 to 3 years. There's no let me learn
Yes.
because this time round we are not in 2016. We are not going to allow President Akufo-Addo to get away of these destructions. What I'm trying to say, whatever reforms and support John Mahama government gave to the cocoa sector is what is now making the sector to be producing 900,000 metric tons. Because if Nana is even claiming it's due to his policies that we are now getting 900,000 metric tons, assuming if he started planting the cocoa trees the day he took over on the 7th January 2017, it's less than 2 years, those cocoa trees wouldn't have been ready to start producing any cocoa beans, let alone to process it to start making the figures. So whatever we are getting now was the investment, the support, the free fertilizer, free spreading of cocoa trees that was embarked under President Mahama's administration is now bearing the fruit. So Nana can claim credit. This is common agric sense.
But Nana is saying that all the former presidents since independence, every president has increased cocoa production by the time they left office, except Mahama.
But my brother, you are not getting what I'm saying. Cocoa production is in our part of the world depends on several factors. Diseases can attack them, and it's
So
the
diseases came during.
No, what I'm saying is that yes, there could have been certain reasons that led to cocoa production reducing during your mama's time. But what I'm saying, as a visionary leader, he initiated policies to make sure that we increase cocoa yield during his time. And he introduced free fertilizer, free spreading of cocoa trees. And as I said...
But despite this, it didn't increase.
No, but how do you expect it to increase within 4 years? How do you expect it?
But Nana is claiming that during his term, his cocoa production...
No, but that is why Ghanaians need to know. Whatever Nana claim is doing in the cocoa sector now, 2 years is not okay for him to start reaping the results. If he it's common. Ask the agriculturalists; they will tell you. If he plant cocoa tree today, thank God, I did O-level agric science, and all these basic produce of Ghana were asked to study about their gestational period. If he plant it, how many years will it take for you to start harvesting? Let me use plain language. If I say gestational period, I mean from planting to when you start reaping. And cocoa tree, those from the cocoa producing areas will tell you the maximum is 5 years.
Okay.
But subsequently, due to scientific improvement, we introduce some hybrid, and you can get it within 2 to 3 years. So all what I'm saying, as if Nana even started planting the cocoa trees the day he took over, those Nana's cocoa trees wouldn't have been ready to start producing cocoa beans now, let alone to process them and export them and be claiming the credit. So what I'm trying to say, yes, there's increment during Akufo-Addo's time, but those improvement was due to whatever investment and support John Mahama administration gave to the cocoa sector. And I'll stand by it. There's scientific evidence to that.
So you are trying to say that it's not as a result of Nana...
Definitely not. I'm not saying
leadership.
Definitely not. It's obvious. You can plant cocoa tree and want to start reaping it within 2 years. And for the past 8 years, before he took over, which government was in power or which party? It was NDC. It was NDC. So in any case at all, it was the initiative that Professor Mill started, which was continued by John Mahama, and blackly, or fortunately for Nana, he's reaping what he has never shown. So he can't claim credit for whatever productivity that is we are getting from the cocoa sector now. And these are some of the things that Ghanaians need to be clear. When I heard him say, John Mahama is shedding crocodile tears for cocoa farmers, I just said, look, Nana need to take Ghanaians serious. You go to cocoa farmers, they are telling you that they are suffering, and you are not turning your attention to John Mahama. He's taking the cocoa farmers for granted. So if their yields are not increasing, if they are not getting good value for their produce and they are crying, it's not up to.
So what you are saying is that if Mama did get extra 1 year, the 5 years would have made...
of course, we would have been reaping all what... Look, John Mahama laid the foundation. The country was about to take off. And unfortunately, this disruptor came and disrupted everything. And we are starting from square one again. That is the worry. That's the most painful aspect of the 2016 defeat. It's not about the person John Mahama. No, it's just a Ghanaian. But the policies that were being pursued by the then NDC government, if NDC had won the 2016 election, Ghana would have been a better place than we are in. So why do
you think the NDC lost the election?
The lies, the misinformation, which is what Nana is repeating now. But this time around, we are not going to allow them to get away with it. Because if you go and tell a farmer that it's because of your leadership that cocoa production is 9,000 tons.
Mismanagement.
No. I will just tell the farmer.
Management will bring results.
No, it's just I'll tell the farmer. Ask yourself: do you think one can use 2 years to plant a cocoa tree and start reaping the results? No. So the cocoa farmers, they are educated. They know. They have been on the front. They know how long it will take a cocoa tree to start producing. So for that one, if I'm Nana, I won't even mention it. Because a JSS1, a great student will tell him that is not true, Mr. President. You can't use 2 years to start.
Will call.
They should call. Because this time around is evidence-based policy.
Feel free to call.
Evidence-based policy.
And share your views.
I've not even read it though. It was just after when I read on Ghana Web that now Mahama is sharing crocodile tears. I just went for it and I look at the text. But I said, about what is wrong with President Akufo-Addo? It's clear that you can't use.
Is Mahama sharing?
Well, literally, because he was lamenting. Look, this tour of Western and Central region is panic reaction because John Mahama visited the newly created region, as it West North region, just to familiarize himself with whatever is going on there. And Nana saw the crowd, so he quickly embarked on this so-called tour of Western and Central region. And his first point was to tell them, whatever John Mahama said about cocoa production.
I think someone might want to ask something about cocoa. Okay. Please, I just want to say hold on, caller. I just want to say that Mr. Mbaba understands NDC. Mr. Mbaba is the NDC chairman for UK and Ireland. And he understands the local dialect language P. So if you say it, but he will respond in English. So if people want to call in, feel free to speak what language you want to speak.
Speak Dagwane, Chui, well, anything. Okay. I'll try my
Thank
best.
You.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Mahama. I'm one of the ladies.
Upasa ukasa Chui ya ubetimi so aka. Why? Yes, Rewa.
Okay. Yo.
Okay, whatever.
Okay. Some of them.
Yeah. Your phone
is vibrating. I can't hear you.
Your phone is breaking. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, go on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cause so hey.
Mr. Bank now. Oh, you know you for. It is so big. Exactly. No. You for. Hey, probably.
Please, the phone, your phone keep on breaking and breaking. I'm mean what the crow. I said phone or anyone no one. Okay, Sasha Asiebium. Hold on, please. Hold on, caller. Hold on, please. Okay. Go on, please.
Hello?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah.
Mr. Mbamba Kwaba.
Thank you.
Na me hu so oyinu for kama pa. Go ni the book so kwa NDC.
Yeah.
I think MPP no ba. If my job ma ensure any people channel. Mo twedi. Because others na hono no. Others ade bia na la do ye no ji enmunya Mahama. Ye politics sa. Mahama ba no be ni de okọ. Yes. Eji mi ka se Mahama ma e wa e bibia magana okọ. Sina na do so ba no ye bibia. Bibia na do ba ya se iwe so bi jawa de. Aka de no amesu ye se Mahama be ye nya megugu ho na do ba e no. Enu yi na nya. E ke bibia se. De o ke ko farmers e o ke Mahama wo de mo fi. Aso na nya na ko de nya nya. O ko farmers na nu to mo so le fa de na mo mpe because ye rubbish. Na nya. Na de o de ba e papa no na mo ko no. Aso sa no. No so obi e ko for 3 years. That's why the fertilizer papa you must say engineer so. The o de mo fi na nya na fertilizer bole. Anything that go na do buy no. So dia mo na ma go no aso abapa. It's the Mahama we see magana yes. Ye ni go nya but na do so that so. Am na ewi mu die. Your friend say can you market your start here. What is the job? Why you the baba. Na do buy 100 behind. What so ma dey na ye perfect. It is all kasa mo kasa Mahama e wrong. When you know for papa we can so dey a tell no.
Yo, that was it. You another caller, then you can answer them.
Okay.
I will let you answer.
Okay.
If we have another caller there. please. So you want to make a note on that
no,
one?
No, I'm okay. I
yeah.
can answer him.
Please,
you better answer this one first, or you want to?
Okay,
questions?
caller, can you hold on while Mr. Mbamba answer this caller first, please?
Okay, Nana Mama, sister, thanks for the compliment. Politics, you are right, or government is like a relay race. One person starts and hands it over to another. We can't sit down and say Nana has done nothing. But we are talking, let's put it in context. We are talking about the cocoa. That is what I was just trying to explain.
Hold on. Yeah, we will let you go on so that we don't keep this caller on.
Nana is trying to claim credit, knowing very well that.
Mr. Mbamba, we will let you continue. Okay. Hold on, so that you let's listen to this caller as well. Please, who is calling and what's your name and where are you calling from, please?
Hello, Kula, this is Citizen.
Oh, hello, Citizen. Citizen is part of communication team MPP.
Yeah,
okay. Please go on. Go ahead.
Good evening to your panelists. What's the gentleman's name, Mr. Mbamba?
Yeah, Alhaji Hassan.
Alhassan Balba.
Mbaba, yeah. He's the chairman.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother.
He's the chairman of NDC.
Peace be upon you.
UK and Ireland.
I know. Kula, what I want to tell Mr. Mbamba is that cocoa politics, they have no stand. Only in Sophia when it comes to cocoa politics. They shouldn't talk about cocoa politics at all. Because history, let's ask Mr. Mbamba, why did Kufo take cocoa production to what level? Kufo took it from 350 metric tons, 350,000 metric tons, to 750 before when MPP left office in 2008. It didn't happen just because it happened. It happened because of pragmatic effort by Kufo, mass cocoa spraying, by providing the farmers what we call the necessary inputs, extension officers, all for free. That is how come he was able to move it from 350,000 to 750. Akamas did well by continuing Kufuor's good policies and therefore increase from 750,000 metric tons
to 1 million metric tons. At 1 million metric tons. And that is a record since the advent of a fourth republic, if not in the whole history of our country.
Hello, can you let me land?
My brother.
Don't take the glory yet. We are talking about John Dramani Mahama and his ignorance when it comes to cocoa production.
Okay.
And when it comes to him making comment whenever he mounts the political podium. He shouldn't comment about cocoa because he's the worst president, the worst performance so far. And Kamas moved it from 750 to 1,000 metric tons. Let's give him the praise for that. John Mahama, instead of moving it from 1 million to probably 1.something million, dropped it all the way up to what? 700 metric tons. Is that a failure or a pass?
640. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a failure or a pass? Yeah. It's a total failure. It means he did something wrong. He has no knowledge of
it was work in progress.
Listen, my point is that Mahama performed well because Nana Dankwa moved it from 700 and now we are in about 900,000 metric tons. So what is he talking about? Cocoa?
No, it's 900. Okay. It's 900 metric tons. No.
Okay. The cocoa farmers themselves knows between Addo and therefore between NDC and LPP who are money and they provided and I'm letting normal coin.
Yo, that was a citizen. Money answer our question. Why? Yeah, man, answer our question. Well, you have heard two comments.
I mean, the two callers saying.
Thank you, citizen.
All what I'm saying is that is common knowledge. There's scientific evidence to that. You can't use 1 year or 2 years to plant cocoa tree and start reaping the benefit. I'm not saying it. That's what the agriculturalists will tell you. And I've stated this even when I was in JSS.
Yeah.
So I don't know why today somebody would think that because he just took over less than 2 years ago. So whatever improvement that is going on in the cocoa sector should be sole credit. What I'm saying is that yes, President Mills brought it to the highest level, 1 million tons. John Mahama was part of that Professor Mills administration. He can claim credit because he was the vice president. So in the history of Fourth Republic, the NDC political party managed to increase the production of cocoa to the highest level. Mahama took over, it went down, and as a visionary leader, as I said earlier on, initiated policies. What Nana is failing to tell Ghana is that his leadership, no matter how competent he is, he couldn't have increased cocoa production within 2 years. The trees that started producing the 9,000 metric tons were not planted when Nana took over. They were planted perhaps during the regime of Professor Mills or John Mahama. So the maximum is the 5 years, and that is what we are reaping now. That one, I will tell Nana, he should go to the Agri Institute at Legon. They will tell him that
what you are trying to say is that Nana is not being honest.
He's not being honest because he knows he can produce.
But he is saying that he has the know-how,
listen,
the technical ability in the 21st century to make the cocoa production go up.
I did research. Look, let me tell you. No matter how, the hybrid, you are looking at 2 to 3 years. Minus clearing of the land. I'm not saying there have not been any improvement. Scientists have managed to come out with quicker yielding cocoa seeds. But even with that, you are looking between 2 to 3 years.
Okay, thank you.
Nana is less than 2 years in office. So he can claim, and that this 2 to 3 years I'm talking about.
So you are saying that Nana cannot claim this.
He can't claim it.
So who have to claim this?
John Mahama.
Well, let's listen to the callers now. We have 2 callers on the line.
If anything at all, they will share it, and John Mahama will take the elephant chair because he started it. Okay. He laid the foundation.
Thank you, Mr. Mbaba.
Because he just we'll come to some of his policies. Yes. Because Nana so far he has done nothing for the country. Nothing. All the things that is going around saying he has done it, if you want to analyze it critically, you can attribute it to
thank you.
PNDC,
thank you very much.
NDC
Let's listen
government.
to the callers. They want some questions for you.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you. Sorry, please. When a friend African. Hello. Hello. Mpacho wo bibi kakra question bi kakra busa. Ana bibi. Yo, maninko, why?
Mpacho masem kakra meeting ebusa
Mr. Mbamba.
Mr. Mbaba.
Yes.
Your friend is saying, even Sokokoni 4 years or 5 years there was a harvesting. Nothing, it doesn't say a new papa, any near papa, you did dria. A better one intimate so, and soup, a baby Emma, or mine. And she said, if I had a return, I said, they do on my media, you were the 1 week. Obit media who could it 5 days to make a good take, and now we in what they are saying, or the year and money grow fast, and the money that's what about degree. It depends how, and some will say 4 or 5 years, now will be the meeting 1 week. So we have good farmer, now we tell quite on fast, and now money we have papa also a degree, and you know papa also a dear boy to man. Everything has to be within a short time. In case of the country, Papa dear Mamma, what he said, giving cocoa farmers now, look the book, say, about we buy our home. The day in Tina also repeated say, to Obama and these and non professor coming in tea. On our barely be a wook. Yet the Abba yet share President Mahama for almost 5 years. Near NDC members to work Kenya, sometimes there, me, traffic gramming, anything. All these years, no, you so for one engineer who that the paper beer only get Anyama or mine. Create a loot and a big better on me. Some customer see a market more than my contracted here and someone discuss a fine disturb will do. And you know, on better contractor. Ghana 40 and 2 Obama, no one time so many music and family.
Yo.
Yes, Mr. Busan thing this said. So almost NDC government. So you can you to see yes, no question 50 years in my woman. And I don't bet me a poor man, call mine on better national. No, you're on mine. Sir President Kufuor, minimum. Now, I'm a crank, and make you exhibition of the Mahama, because a brow man who blow, they bring any so I'm parting. So, over your good citizen, patriotic citizen.
Yo, a lot of callers.
Yeah,
that was it. Yo, yeah, that was it. Thank you. Yeah, that was it. Yo, yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Look, Kula. I mean, you are moderating, but
yes.
I think the callers are going over the same thing. The bottom line is that,
yes.
and has been caught.
Hold on, caller, please.
Cocoa trays gestation periods is maximum of 5 years. You use hybrid, you are looking at 2 to 3 years. As simple as that.
Okay.
That's minus the time that you would have been used to clear and plant the trees, the seedlings. So there's no amount of convincing that will make me believe that the increase in the productivity is due to Nana's policies.
Okay.
Yes, I can't just say he hasn't done anything, because at least he would have appointed the Cocoa Board chief executive, maybe to go and distribute money.
Yeah.
That's what he's good at doing. But the person who laid the foundation, who gave the free fertilizer, provided
but
free
the
spraying.
Cocoa Board chairman, the CEO of Cocoa Board was saying that he was even more surprised because the Mahama government provided free fertilizer.
I know,
for
that
the
is the ignorance.
But then there was
production
was going
what
down.
What is he talking about? What is he talking about? If he provide free fertilizer, you are providing fertilizer to mature cocoa trees that will be bearing fruit on yearly basis. But the small, the young trees that you were planting, they were not ready to start bearing fruit.
Thank you.
I mean, I can't even understand. Ghana, we need to be serious, because it seems we think we can just go on political platform and say anything at all and get away with it.
Okay.
Free fertilizer doesn't mean that a seedling will start bearing fruit.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is that the free seedling started during Professor Mills to John Mahama. 5 years, 6 years now, we are reaping the results.
Well,
so how can somebody come less than 2 years and
want
to tell the whole world that, oh, it's because of him?
Someone have sent a message
because
they want
him.
answers from John Mahama. But let's go. Let's listen to this caller. Please, who is calling? And
after this one, we are in 2020. We are not going to allow any politician to get away with any misinformation to deceive Ghanaians to remain at Jubilee House. You bring your facts, we will follow you with evidence and expose you big time. And after this one, Ghanaians should understand that cocoa trade takes 5 years. Or minimum of 2 years to start bearing fruit.
A caller have a question for you.
Office for less than 2 years, so he can't claim credit for
any increase. A caller have a question for you, please. One friend, half refrain.
Malik.
Oh, Mr. Malik. Okay, man, call Mr. Malik.
Wow, cooler. Oh yeah, a media person.
Oh, Mr. Malik. Please, Mr. Malik, call back. Your phone, the phone cut off. Hold on, please, caller. Mr. Malik, your phone cut off. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, go on. Continue, Mr. Malik.
Pacho.
Yeah.
We a media person. Figures now more. What is the source of those figures?
Well, this is the figures that came from the president himself.
Thank you. From the president's office. Thank you very much.
Yes, yeah.
But let me tell you, do you know we have 2 crop seasons in cocoa? No, do you know that?
Yes, I'm aware.
We have light crop and the main crop. And those figures cannot be the same. So we need, tell the gentleman, the chairman of NDC in the studio that he should defend anything, because those figures are cooked. No, Tio.
Who cooked the figures? Who cooked the figures?
When
you say the figures are cooked, who cooked them?
Where are the figures coming from?
Okay, let's Malik land, and then I will respond. Okay, from the president's office.
Yes.
From
as usual, they have cooked it.
That is where the kitchen is.
But
look, let hold on, please. We have light crop and then we have main crop. what they have done is, if truly those figures are right, then they have used the live crop of Mahama to compare the main crop of Akufo-Addo. So those figures are, look, they are cooked figures. Let's not talk about it. There's no way that of Mahama can fall to that level that you are talking about.
So are you saying, sir? Are you
Yes.
saying, sir, Mahama during his term production increased and the figures are not right? Is that what you are trying to say?
Exactly what I'm saying. The figures.
So you don't believe
right,
you don't believe the statistics that has been done or the figures that they have?
Cooked figures.
Okay.
So they use the live crop figure. In a whole year we have live crop and the main crop. Those figures cannot be the same.
Okay, thank you.
So they have used the live crop of Mahama and used the main crop of what's his name?
Thank you, Mr. Malik. We have another.
Okay, thank you. Let me just respond.
Yeah,
I think
respond.
Mr. Malik has brought another dimension to the debate. My argument is that I'm even assuming. Yeah. I'm assuming because I know President Akufo-Addo government, they are fan of massaging figures, but I'm assuming these figures are right. I'm assuming though, for the benefit of the doubt. Yet they can't increase productivity within 2 years. So whatever manipulation they are doing is due to the foundation or the initiative Mahama introduced when he was the president.
Thank you.
And then when we interrogate the figures further, he has brought another dimension. Next time if I come here, I'll do more research on it.
Okay.
But let's even assume that the figures are accurate.
Thank you. Let's listen
wrong,
to the caller.
they can't claim the credit.
Thank you. You having a lot of questions. It seems like okay, caller, please. Who is calling now? Referring, Mr. Wa.
Yes, Mr. Caller also champion. English, but I mean, calling local that from Saint
Yeah.
The Honorable Malik Bekan is right.
Yeah.
They cook the figure for the press. My cousin never follow. I said, Kosovo, made it Kosovo. And
Mr. Owusu Echao, hold on. Mr. Owusu Echao is Deputy Communication Officer for NDC, North London or UK and Ireland. Yeah, go on.
Ireland.
Yeah, okay.
Cocoa production has been on the decline since the MPP took over. Mr. Kula, listen carefully. In 2016 and 17, got 969,000 tons. The MPP was only a man, I said, they can come and challenge us. In 2017 and 18, 904,000 tons. Like, I started declining from 969 to 969, 969, 2017, 904, I declined. In 2018, 2019, 800. These are the rare figures in 2017 budget, 2018 budget, 2019 budget. I am quoting for the budget. I am quoting from the statistics from Ministry of Agriculture. Then I go for my country. The man is sleeping. What done you go about thing?
Yo, other callers. Your other callers. In Tubalandia, why?
My shirt has been tailored. With all due respect, sir. Number one case, the level for Ankasanipa or Bello yesterday. Actually, number one and one.
Yo, yeah, that was it.
I will come back and expose them. Thank you very much.
Yo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mbaba, go on. Yeah.
I mean, I think my comrades have introduced another dimension. I mean, I wanted us to just assume the figures are right because debating them would make us to lose focus. The scientific aspect of, but that's not to say
this is a Ghana call. Can we take it?
Yeah, no. Even we can get
it's
a call
Ghana
from,
call. Let's take it. Yeah, but I want a
from Jubilee House.
Nana watching you. That's why I cry.
Oh, yo, manin ko why, Nana.
Mane, emo mabazo, nane mo chema, azabazo, maba, moye, elia, amagana jumbo. You be Koku, and some more canon. Saka Koku for 8 years on green, and I got 1 more, previous college now, 1 more than I had, you know. And go with you, I'm using kind of over Kuku in that office. Any Kuku for your adding for more Krumham. 1 more year that said, Obibaso, Wababi was a good way, that one I so.
na sɛ onipa no ma no sika kakra bi ɔbɛkye na ɔde amanema kokesi no afa so yɛ adwuma ade nti a nana do baeɛ no cocoa production na yɛka ho asɛm no si nana do the worst president ever in our fourth republic amanfoɔ ni anutwa a papa wɔ ne twa a ɛbɛgye Ghana akonnwa no adwuma a wayɛ no sika a akɔ wɔn no ne nkurɔfoɔ mu to no kyɛn to pɔmɔ yɛ 2018 report which is the Agric Ministry Chief Director Engineer Simpson Suka cocoa the small land of cocoa from here and you have to get a chance of 50,000 bucks of cocoa. I wanted $12 million. You can't just buy that one. Fertilizer, the mama for Krabaya, almost yes, fertilizer. When I catch up another, I'll go to fertilizer. Fertilizer, I actually want to say, yeah, probably not to know, and it was so a mass subsidy. But to show what, cocoa of your phone and Zika, and I think I buy not to your mama buying a tea and what call craft fertilizer to buy. Will be check fertilizer free and not cocoa of your phone. What was some of who calls some cocoa fertilizer again? Now, you're going to say why. Every people going to have own. And then cocoa of your phone is so good. I'm going to go. Nana do I never did share and what budget 2.5 years ago production. I will got you. Apart from what canoe. That is it. Open a year to my tour. 2016, I am a predictor of the Ghana economy will better. It is about that all the kids, not the 20 Ghana economy that I don't just know the magician. It will be hard work. And I will chat. Projects are your mama here who will come out. You cannot welcome people for 80% in completion after 1 wire. 7 nobody are moving them. Also, commission, one check out in the as one from Amazon. And I'll go back to Ghana. I know and what the Mahama about the American. Actually, the commission.
Yada was it. Yada was it. The only now catch a cocoa for 80 years now. Yada was it. Mr. Mahama.
I mean, they are just recalling what I'm saying.
Yes.
Because the foundation laid by John Mahama is what Nana is ripping now.
Let's go on to this.
And our problem is that we are not saying he shouldn't claim it, but he should acknowledge the person who contributed. But to go around telling Ghanaians or cocoa farmers that as far as cocoa production is concerned, President John Mahama is the worst performing president. That is unfair, and we are not going to allow that kind of misconception and politics of deception to continue. We are modernized. We want scientific and evidence-based politics, and this time round, we are going to mark them boot for boot. We won't allow them to just present any figures at all and get away with it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this was cooked. You remember, just before the 2016 election, the so-called lecture that the current Vice President, Dr. Baumia, held with a lot of figures from Bank of Ghana, they were what? Secondary data. Even up to date, just Google, you get that statement, but you will see the references where he got them from. So they will just cook anything at all and throw it. So and that time when I look at it,
why don't our former president then challenge these figures? Because this came out yesterday, but nothing has been said today. Instead, John Mahama, which is our former president, came out to accuse Nana Akufo-Addo of destroying the hard-earned image and reputation of Ghana on the international front with the recent spate of attacks on journalists in the country.
No. You know what? We are not going to allow MPP.
But then,
let me come.
Why don't he defend?
No. We are not going to allow MPP to set our political agenda for us.
No. What the community will want is that.
No problem with that. I'm here, and my comrades are all over the place. Mm-hmm. He has mentioned what he can do for the cocoa sector. Nana went around saying different things. So you want him to leave whatever he has planned. He will definitely come to it. This was released today, and our communicators said,
one of my listeners is saying, why didn't Mahama instead talk about that? Then he's talking about journalists.
But this is basic. Should he waste his time on some of this when some of us can better explain it? Mm-hmm. President Mahama doesn't even need to go to that level. Mm-hmm. It's as simple as that. Some are questioning the validity of the data, which I wouldn't be surprised if they were cooked at Jubilee House. But my point is simple. You can't use 2 years to increase productivity in cocoa. It's simple. Okay. So whatever benefit we are getting there was started by President Mills, John Mahama, and President Akufo-Addo is trying to claim the credit by himself. Thank you. Which we are not going to allow that.
You have said that earlier. Thank you. We will go to the next point. But before that, let's listen to the caller. Please, who is calling and where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, hello, caller, it's Malik.
Yeah, Mr. Malik. Yeah.
Well, yes, I just stand by my my point that those figures have been cooked. And I'll tell you something.
So, is the NDC going to challenge these figures?
Yes, because...
And how soon? How soon?
Hold on. You were saying, why didn't Mahama challenge it?
Yes.
Mahama spoke before Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo's figures were just a follow-up.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling you, they are cooked. Let me tell you, 2017-2018, main crop season, recorded the highest level of smuggling of our cocoa to Cote d'Ivoire through the borders. And those at the border points, they were never allowed to stop any of those articulators going. And you are telling me today that their figures are higher. When they have smuggled all these into Cote d'Ivoire, what made Cote d'Ivoire to become the highest leading producer of cocoa in Africa or the whole world?
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mari.
So my point is still that those figures have been cooked in the last time. They should let us know the source of them.
Thank you. We're going to the next point now. Our former president has condemned. Sorry, Mr. Malik. I'm talking to Mr. Mbaba. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your contribution. Yeah. Please, can we hold? If you want to make any point, please. Can you call us back about after 20 minutes, please? After 20 minutes, we're not taking any calls so that Mr. Mbaba will be able to answer a few questions, please. Mr. Mbaba, our former president, John Mahama, has accused Addo of jeopardizing the freedom of journalists in the country. And what he is saying is that the MPP constant attack on journalists has made Ghana lose its status as African best rank, and he's saying that Addo is destroying the hard-earned image and reputation of Ghana on the international front with the recent spate of attacks on journalists in the country. Why do Mahama or why do the NDC think that the MPP are attacking journalists in the country?
Well, the reasons are not far to be fetched. It's sad because we have a president, a lawyer, who paraded himself as champion of human rights and rule of law. And today, under his watch, media freedom, journalists are running for cover. It is a shame. So President Mahama hit the nail on the head. Our image as beacon of democracy in Africa is going down. It's being thrown to the dogs. A journalist was killed, murdered, after a member of parliament belonging to the ruling government publicly said he was going to harm the guy, only for him to be killed. I'm not saying Canada Japan is responsible, but somebody, any serious government would have reprimanded.
The police have investigated.
I'm not accusing him. But if you say things like that, journalists that are not brave enough, what do you expect them to do? Look at what they did to Latif of Joy FM. They attacked him. Manisa Azuri, when he released that political militia Al Castro, he has to leave the country. So what kind of country are we living in? Media freedom is very crucial for democracy, because it is what the media publicize that will determine what public opinion is. And public opinion will determine the outcome of election. So I'm not surprised we are seeing all these attacks on press freedom, because if the media should allow to operate freely, all these kind of distortions and mispresentation will be exposed. And in the end, Nana will have nothing to tell Ghanaians. He has lost the argument, and the media that helped him.
What do you mean he lost the argument?
Whatever he said he was coming to do, are we seeing them? You say you are going to Ghana. Go to your village and ask whether there's one dam there, and ask whether there's one factory in your district. I'm coming. What I'm trying to say is that because if the media are free, they will expose all these lies. Recently, the one dam, one village project was exposed by Joy FM. Because they went to the northern region and they went and saw some of these the one dams. They turned out to be boreholes. One chief.
We are not taking any calls until the next 15 minutes. Why? Yeah, in fact, call until the next 15 minutes. Thank you.
What I'm saying is that attack on media freedom is clear. Is Radio Gold still operating? Why? The day NDC was holding press conference at the headquarters to express their dissatisfaction how the security agencies are harassing our national chairman. That was the very day Radio Gold and AYZ FM station were shut down. At the moment, all radio stations that are perceived to be aligned to NDC, they, for whatever reason, they have withdrawn their alliances and they can't operate. How can you live in a democracy without free press freedom? And this is a government, a president who promises that he's a champion of rule of law. The international community are watching. And that I wasn't surprised when the U.S. Embassy is asking the government to probe into the killing of Ahmed Swala.
We are not taking any calls until the next 12 minutes, please.
So if the president, the former president Mahama is saying Akufo-Addo is trying to, or he has tarnished the image of Ghana as far as democracy is concerned, I will agree with him 100%, because we can't have a country practicing democracy and journalists cannot express their views freely without being attacked. So that is true. I support it. If anybody wants to disagree why it is not so, he should come out. And we know radio stations aligned to NDC that has been shut down. What are we doing to ourselves? Are journalists or media not criticizing Western government? Even Donald Trump with his way of politics, he's not been spared by journalists in America, but he's not shutting them down. Allow them. If you know you have nothing to hide, there's nothing in your cupboard, allow them to say whatever they want to tell Ghanaians. So it is true. He's tarnishing our image. Nothing is working in Ghana, and he doesn't want the world to hear the sad situation we are in Ghana today.
So are you trying to say that journalists are frightened to voice free opinion in the country?
Of course, if you are a journalist and a member of parliament who is supposed to be a role model, go publicly to say, I'm going to organize for people to beat you up, and then within months you are killed. A journalist who is not brave enough will not continue practicing. And we all know Manisa Azure, after exposing that militia trainer at Castle, fled the country for his life. What are we talking about? But when they say Manisa Azure...
So you're trying to say during the Mahama administration or the Atamis administration, this was not the case?
It wasn't the case. That is the... Look, let me tell you one thing.
Callers are listening.
Let me tell you one thing. Our press record today is the worst. Very bad. Even you can't compare it to what we went through under our military rule. Even under Rawlings, which was a military rule, media freedom record that time is better than what we are under.
Media freedom under even
under Rawlings
was better,
because under Rawlings the likes of Nana were able to come out and express their views, and that's why today he's the president. Rawlings could have just arrested all of them and locked them up. Koku Bako and Co, they were able to criticize the man. But today, who are you? If you say anything,
you talking about Rawlings military rule or Rawlings what?
Whatever military rule.
Military rule, people couldn't talk. No one.
No, people were talking. No, who broke the
under Rollins?
Under Rollins. People started. But Nana claimed he organized demonstration. Movement for Freedom and Justice.
Okay.
That was during PNDC, not NDC.
Yeah.
So the agitation for constitutional rule started under PNDC. And Nana claimed he was leading it. Yes, he played a role, but Rollins allowed them to express their views.
Yeah.
So I can't understand why a fully civilian elected government he cannot tolerate opposing views in our country today. It's two things. Either you do it and security agencies will arise you, or MPP political militias vigilantes will threaten you with text messages. So journalists in Ghana today are living under constant fear. They can't express, they can't practice their trade. They will attack you, they will threaten your family. And all these are known people linked to the government of the day. And yet nothing is happening to them. Look at what happened. Look at what happened today. When Manisa Azure exposed the militia training at Castle, the evidence was clear. You don't need any soothsayer to tell you. The individuals were there. The president was saying, what evidence again are we looking for? No one has been arrested. No one. But the guy was being attacked and he left. And what a coincidence. Just today, the National Media Commission, that they have cleared. Manisa Azure was wrong. It was misrepresentation. Didn't you watch that video? What is misrepresentation about that? Those people say they were not those in the picture. No one came out to dispute it. So any serious president would have ordered probe into that. So you haven't done that. So why attacking the poor journalist who risked his life to inform the whole world that we are training political militias in Ghana? For that one, I thank Manisa Azure.
On Monday.
Because if not, we are going to end up with another crisis in the West Africa South region. Because if the president of the day is training political militia, not even in the jungle,
on Monday,
in the heart of the capital,
22nd of July, Monday, Parliament passed a bill, the bill on vigilante.
Yes.
Yeah. After months of deliberation.
Yes.
Yeah. And we feel that we're making headway.
Well,
but however,
no.
Mr.
Listen.
Came out and
let me tell you that. Let me tell you. Look,
please, can people call back after 8 minutes?
Look, let me tell you. Let's be serious as a country. You and I know when it comes to laws, fine laws. I can tell you, Ghana has got one of the finest laws in the West African sub-region. Every aspect of our national economy, we have some legislation or a decree that can regulate us. The problem is always the political will and the commitment of the government of the day to implement it. After this one, it's another waste of our time.
So you
because
it's waste of after several deliberations, talk after talk, is what?
Why should I celebrate over this? Why should I celebrate? Why? What evidence do you have? Nothing. Look, let me tell you one thing. I also West Wego.
Hold on, please.
I also West Wego.
Hold on,
was the dark incident, was the darkest day as far as the history of democracy in Ghana is concerned. Look at what happened. Emerson report. Have they released it? Have they issued any white people?
Paula, can you lower your radio?
I'm coming. These were people who came out with so-called national security agents, attack innocent Ghanaians just going around about to exercise their franchise to vote. And evidence were there, clear. A full commission of inquiry was set up. They claim it's independent. The commission presented their report to the government. Up to date, we are yet to see a white paper being issued. So why should I be jubilating over this? Okay. Is it not another way to divert attention or a symbolic achievement? That's what he's good at. Symbolic achievement. He is not interested in whatever impact those things. Let me tell you, why should I celebrate? When we're in opposition, this President Akufo-Addo made big fuss about the office of the special prosecutor. Let me learn before special prosecutor. he came to the office. We rushed through. We passed the Act Establishment Office of the Special Prosecutor. How many years? Almost a year now. And the man has not been able to even prosecute one person. Okay. The first attempt he did, he even got it wrong.
Okay.
So after Nana, as far as moving Ghana forward is concerned, me have lost confidence at all. Because when he started, I said, but when Nana promised Ghanaians, let me tell you,
can you lower your radio, please?
When Nana promised Ghanaians, if he's able to do it, then MPP will be in power for a long time to come.
Okay, let's listen to the
halfway, so far there's no any evidence that he can make good his promises.
Thank you. But I want a friend of referring.
So I will celebrate.
Your radio is really loud at the back, or your TV. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Please, you don't mind to lower your background radio?
Is it okay now?
Yes, it's okay. But I want a friend of referring.
Citizen.
Yo, citizen.
Citizen.
Thank you, citizen. Yeah.
Okay.
My name called Citizen.
All right. Yeah, man.
Oh, please, it's Mr. Mbaba.
No, I'm a man. I'm glad he's not calling me a lady, so I think I'll go with man.
Nanado is not parading himself as a defender of democracy or a defender of the press. Look, you should go back home and go through the history books, the Ghana Law Report, and see how many times Nanado has been cited. All his NDC colleagues who says they are learning law now, all their law, the law they are learning, everything based on Nanado's arguments he's made in court. He can't take it away from him. It is not he who is parodying himself. It's accepted, it's documented, word over. This night, everybody knows that. Now coming back to his claim that Nanado and NPP and Nanado is subjecting journalists to attacks. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Ask him whether he knows Patricia Tito and Ghanaian Safers. Daily Guide reporters were assaulted and beaten right at NDC headquarters because they went there to cover news that Francis Etienne was being assaulted and molested in their office. They were assaulted and beaten. They were in hospital for more than 6 months. So what is he talking about? And ask him. And this, look at Google, 2nd November 2005. Reporters were beaten right at NPC headquarters.
Yo.
Ask him. No, I'm not finished. No, don't catch me. Ask him whether he knows Sandogwe, a special aide to the president at the seat of president. He molested pressmen who were duty to follow the president. He snatched their cameras and everything and crashed them on the ground. What does he call that?
Thank you.
He's saying Mahama.
We have other callers.
Okay, can I?
Does he know that volunteer? He's asking about the state NDC, even under does he know that volunteer?
Citizen. We have other callers. Thank you.
Citizen. Let me make myself clear. I'm not disputing.
No, let him finish then. Yeah, citizen.
On GBC, he was dragged out because he said JJ1 was a coma.
Okay.
He was dragged out and
Thank you very much. Thank you, citizen. Thank you. Yeah, go on.
I mean, what he's saying, I'm not saying Nana is not a legal guru. That's not what I'm saying. Sometimes what you preaches, if you are given the opportunity, you are doing something else. And that's exactly what we are seeing. Yes, he's a fine lawyer, he's a brilliant lawyer. His name is all over the Ghana Law Report. But putting it into practice, I think the man is struggling. Basic things, constitutional things, we are not saying it. So, I mean, he shouldn't misquote me. The media freedom is being shuffled in Ghana today. That is the reality. Under John Mahama, media was free enough. They say a lot of things. The same Manis Azure publicized a lot of things, starting from Sada, the fourth expedition. We didn't do anything to him. And that contributed to our defeat because it distorted the information. But now, there's this saying that if a butcher is sleeping, he always tries to hide his head. Because the journalists contributed to our defeat, they are not turning their attention on his government, and MPP is harassing them. But one thing is refusing to understand: Ghanaia's democracy has matured. You can't intimidate people. If you intimidate them, they'll go underground and they'll do worse things to you.
Yeah.
So we are alert, and we are going to take the game to them. We won't allow them to continue misleading and presenting information just to remain in power. We are going to expose them. And back to the point, I was just telling you, the Hula Baloda welcomed the special prosecutor bill. Up to date, what is happening? Nothing. So why should I be celebrating because somebody just thought because his party misbehaved during the Ayawasu, we're going to buy election. So he now wants to tell the whole world that he has enacted Vigilantism Act. Nothing. He's interested in symbolic achievement.
So as far as you are concerned, the parliament bill that they have passed on vigilantism is what? It's not effective. It's not going to be effective.
Look, let me tell you, crime is a crime. What happened in Ayawasu is a crime. So whether this bill or no bill, those people should have been prosecuted. But they are walking free. So what will change? If today MPP vigilance force attack a court, a judge in Kumasi, nothing happened. They are all known. For closing offices and tax, it's common everywhere. Tell me, since he came to power, has he ever prosecuted anybody with any act of political violence? So what will be the difference? So this is just another unnecessary bureaucracy, because all what we are referring to political vigilantism is a crime in a way, and we already have laws covering them. So what difference? Just like we create another layer just to delay delivery of justice.
Let's listen to this call. Okay. Pacho one friend African.
Looking at Pacho Mary.
Yeah, Mary Pacho Manenko. Why, Mr.
Meda Secular. The chairman and Baba.
Thank you, my sister.
Oh, Yalusu Mary for some reason. Yalusu Mary, please call back. Call back. Yalusu Mary for some reason. Please call back. We have a caller here. Please, one friend African.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, me can't show me say. Good sir, I think I can about the media sectors.
Yo, Manenko.
Me can't show your friend is in the media sectors. Even in Europe and other countries, there's a lot of media. But I mean, so almost because the country say I go be everything I see the American. In that circumstances, say only media because of democracy, they have right to speak, freedom of speech. But before they will come out to give any information, they should make sure they say the right thing. Not some of these media need taking bribes. That's what Obetinane Sibira instead of exposing what is going on, the right to which will benefit for the nation. Name woman wakata or different thing altogether. What he has here, which is not even this thing is say or mine and cost say a baby say not outside the nation, you're cost or man, or that's on baby any more will be a better. And on 9 say I can't decide. The radio board and all my you have to form a radio station. Say yet you will be tax, will be a ton tomatoes, and will be doing Ochiaka, will be told you Ochiaka. That's a radio station under all these years, not your memory yet, Juma. Not a moon Chiaka now buying 2 radio stations, Juma. Not anything, and also again a South Pakistan one I said, said yeah, where you MPP NBC. Now the same people soon are not radio stations, Sakas or buy a mining. President, about who money. Yeah, that was it. Taxes are moving piano, any region also good mine. Yo, that's a moon jack or man who are there, woman. Thank you. To my, is it right or not? As a citizen, if I put a question, the media, almost how to give more information about the state. They should say the truth. Oh, what? So, now, as some yellow corner, what the cannot write and what I now, most of them, their activities, There were certain people called some back or men who bear and near almost the song, and now near me be immediate name that was it up. And who to none and never quit.
Yo.
Who to see or mine now, who to see about.
Thank you.
You see, because of tribalism and Pakistan, we never move on as Africans.
Yes,
sir. The right thing, we don't do it. And the thing they criticize it, they harassing them, they should do what is right and stop taking bribes and corruption. They should stop and speak the truth.
Okay. What's your view about
I mean, what she's saying? Yes, we are an advanced country, and media houses, like everywhere on this earth, need to be paying certain fees in order to continue operating. But what benefit will the state drive if you close a media house instead of allowing them, if there's money that needed to be paid, to come out with a payment plan so that they can clear it and continue to operate? They have two roles to play in a multifaceted role. They create employment for their employees, which will help to bring unemployment down. And at the same time, they are giving revenue to the government. And thirdly, they are helping to deepen our democracy. So Radio Glow AYZ, a serious government would have said, okay, this is what you need to pay. You have not paid over the years. Can we come with a payment plan? We see it in this country. Inland Revenue will not just come and shut the company down. Unless if you are demonstrated that you are not even capable. And I don't even know why Ghana is so. Because we are all under common law. Those radio houses are limited companies. So they should have been given the right to restructure whatever debts they have and clear it. You have not liquefied them, and then you have forced them to stop operating, and then who is benefiting? You are not going to get your money in the first place. Is it not better if we had agreed a payment plan with them, even if they pay 2 or 3 months they stop paying, then there will be some money. But you see, they were much interested in stopping or closing down a radio station believed to be NDC.
But you want enough referring. Oh, Maninko, I sorry. Ola na kate and ya who dey high happy. Maninko, where dey yo. What did you cost nyina?
Oh, me dear ba. Baby. Na me se me sha se a uma men kasa. Ntule ma men kasa kra me tuma.
Yo.
Mr. Kula. Se me nim sa watie Rekubrobe interview and then answer. About sa media asemya. What kind of pain? Nana Kufa, one Nankasa craft friend, I catch and say, a choir what they fight or the journalists for what Ghana air personal. On shady ye, not any right. Share a da journalist for a year demonstration, ever Ghana. Sir, a man now would dear new journalists no deed demonstration anymore. If we are here, dear, no, the year no. Just say, Ghana, no, we are journalists now, Catano, can say, yeah, near the war, sonny. And dear normal fine year, I purpose get. A dear normal fine year, no. A dear normal fine year, Captain Smart. There's a movie, I will get a say, and another who want to a mine. Now, yes, you travel. Near the coon. Say, whoa, MP, what now will read a TV station. Now, what this out to a big battery shop, sir. Montana, baby, Momona, I'm the good. I think they eat same manager. I dare change to be there. One econo.
Exactly.
Now, said you, Mr. Kula, would you wait? Then you know, I see grown head. Or we met in the Sabbath, you know, so far again. One man up and one diapo. And Brow, or Mrabedino, says the air can is a Ghana Mrano, and Yajuma. And I put for the best enough to watch say the beer, and Brand Yajuma, be I had your pepper and Nanka, in the silence, yeah. Ye one sign ending. Say, one national security most one now call radio SYZ, radio good number what started one madam. I don't chroma tea, try your convenience radio de beer. And to say, even at all, no class, you almost the camera. Some more quine.
Yo, yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Dear Nana, who for the warrior, dear.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, my sister.
Thank you. Last one. You'll be taking another question. But you want a friend, not refrain.
Yeah, now watching it as well.
Okay.
The candidate about media freedom now.
Yo, Manenko.
Yeah, and the woman back what he can is a really good for the mutual tax. You know, you see, good issue now. Kwakwa said, "Will be a low year kind of tears and one nipano ultimately so ever begin one." How on earth? And as look at three companies, really good. No look at mutual, no look at TV good, and I really good there 2017. I don't really can't TV good for them. The same 2017. 27th October 2017. It was Wednesday. And I'm close to that with GFM. It was the agenda. Set up as one and the pro NDC media house no kuna sama mako. And you know what the FI said TV good and join license. And no just to join license. Company back when I can really good. Papa the patrol and when I work company today. That's the one should be so near here. Tell one of my clients I'm
No,
it's not. Yeah, and sometimes almost cancel that woman information. Now you will be there. What are they? And some of them can snare here or there. Concussion NCA records on published here. Last quarter of 2018, Radio Gold and XYZ. Not only the good books of NCA. But I said, and at the last quarter of 2018, station are all good books. The first quarter of the following year, what is their problem? What's your document up to 2 years? What's the assembly court? And what decided to say, who renew again? I think now we are posted for Mahama 15. Every call station go to. I'm not going to the and say for officials to try to call. And the agreement that is also posted for cast Mahama Telepress, PH, IC official.
Oh, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it, baby.
Look, you say.
Thank you. Let's take last question. We're taking the last question here, then we won't take two. Pacha one friend, not free. Yo, Manenko, Nanama. What if you're causing now?
Martin, you're causing you now.
Uh-huh.
The ambassador would say, if I don't miss a bamba, Casimbi, our hollow said, Ghana, no, the same secured. Fancy, I was so gone. Some are more to Abano. Vigilantism, Omanana, or young, should be better. No, the Ghana you got to at war by election, so no. And it is also the prison and also what or only prison. And it is also the car for me, your boy now so. So anything for any tree. On an hot. Some I want to know I cry now. I'm going to know what it is tomatoes. The way we're seeing a by election. Maybe I'm sure one will fear you. I need the headquarters. So I mean, time alone to channel. I never my. I need to put them on my cat, Papa, Mr. Baba. I am a cat. So be her, so be a lobby, the cool be. You got some more than them. One more for what you tell me, or the hall. But Mamma Brand says vigilantism. We shoot two, no back and once a week. It's a moment of ma. My breast, me, man, and I said, no, rolling a breast, and you need to about 37 of fun a hair woman. No be to make us. We are generous, not as I have a show. And when that on the near to be 2 of 250 piano. That on the night that is to go there, one. It's me that show me a good woman, and I thought one to Mora. And so you will record years. Now, Mr. William Batamika, I want to tell about you, or Cassa said that to another time. You are making a point, we are married. If I told you anything. It's a moment in what I'm saying, and I'm doing security now. Yes, you think I said a general. If I thought the jail for the Iberu, can I Japan send them say, can I Japan say, when you obey when and will be a China, if I tell and then Japan premises in a Kumbuana. Oh, go with a mass, and mass, oh, go with a no one can be before me. I was sorry. Who covers my 55? Mahama, when you are done, so I am incompetent, kind of papa material. 1 million was the Pamon, if I don't remember. The only kind of thing is what you catch your plane, and you play fast. The only kind of thing cook me, I'm afraid it's out of the Mamma in the neck.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a chance to answer.
You say politics of equalization is our biggest obstacle to development. The two major political parties, we have both agreed that political violence or political vigilantism, whatever you want to call it, is not good for our young but fast-growing democracy. But what happened in Ayawaso was unprecedented in the history of Ghana. You don't see political militias parading themselves as national security, harassing innocent civilians. That was what we saw there. And the president and the Electoral Commission came out to downplay it. It was only when they realized the magnitude of the problem and what they are dragging the country into as far as our image is concerned on the international scene, then they quickly came out of this short commission. From day one, I said, unfortunately, Emil Short is a man of integrity, and the other committee members have no doubt. But they are going to waste their time, because at the end of the day, the government is not going to act on it. And that's exactly what is happening. If you are talking about things that happened 5-10 years ago, why do you always want to refer to the back and what happened in the past? No, NDC has never sponsored any political militia. But what we saw in Ayawaso was a clear manifestation that they were doing it with the backing of the Minister for National Security. Minister for National Security, Brian Achampong. Yes, he came out and said, yes, the men are his men. He's still at post. You and I know, in a civilized country like UK, he would have lost his job straight away. Nothing happened to him, let alone those hooligans. So why are we deceiving ourselves, wasting our time to pass another law just to leave it on the shelves? This is just a camouflage to tell the whole world that they are doing. After trying to compare what happened in the past, let's move away from that. And even if we want to make that comparison, Aya also was just unfortunate. Any well-meaning Ghanaian should not try to defend it. That day I felt ashamed. In fact, when I heard it first, I thought I was watching Nigerian movie. Only to be told that it is true. I said, oh, Nkrumah's Ghana has turned into something like this. Small things like that can lead to a serious political unrest in the country. And the big men will run away with their families, and the ordinary people will live there to suffer. So let's all condemn it. There's no any justification for it. We shouldn't try to defend it.
Anyway, we have a caller on the line.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pachawan friend now free.
Actually, me Malik you.
Oh, Mr. Malik, yeah.
My general right check.
Yo, Maninko, where there?
Why do I mean I won't fight MPP forum?
Oh, Mr. Malik, people are sharing their views, and also Mr. Baba wanted to answer those questions. So we apologize for your delay. Yo.
Some can your friends and journalism Ghana.
Yes.
Journalism no can be. Two, apart from say almost living in fear in Ghana, journalists, media men, including Kula, they are all being disrespected by this present administration. And wrong, only yesterday, Abayuabi from Addo FM, Minister for Sanitation, our person all hear the interview. You didn't hear what happened. Or can say man girl no friend because she's an intern, or she's not qualified to call her as a minister. Or shut it or hang your phone. What this sheer arrogance. You're not encouraging the young lady. And you are a woman, you started from where she started. Anka one woman can say or encouraging about you. But look at what happened. Only yesterday, someone here would be on the country. Check out the point. So are they helping journalism?
Or say, no point I'll make it and say she doesn't want trainees because the girl or a student or a trainee training as a journalist to be asking her questions when she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
How do you know? How do you know?
Well, that is the comment. That is the comment she made.
Look.
No, but that was unfortunate.
It was unfortunate, Malik. You are right. Even White House, we have interns at White House.
Yes, Mr. Mbaba. How do you get
the experience?
How do you get the experience?
And we public figures should be supporting to learn. We have unemployment in the country. Maybe this lady's parents have struggled to get into school of journalism. He's trying to. Do you know how that will increase that lady's morale and self-esteem? It interviewing a minister that can just give him the courage to do better things tomorrow. But this woman ran her down, and I mean, thanks for that, Mr. Malik. And when they were forcing her to apologize, she said she won't apologize. And then her personal assistant issued an apology, and she had that audacity to tell Ghanaians that she didn't ask the PA to write any apology. So as far as she's concerned, she did nothing wrong. She's not going to apologize. When I write it today, okay, they shouldn't apologize. Thank God, election is around the corner. They will apologize to Ghanaians.
Yeah, okay.
Because you can't treat people with contempt. So there's no respect. If you don't belong to their class, you are nobody.
Thank you, Mr. Malik. We have another caller there. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Pacho, who is why not online? So Pacho now free.
Yeah, Mr. Kula also a champion.
Okay.
Mr. Kula, the MPP, what they are doing is like they are playing with fire. They are playing with the Ghanaian mind. And
why are you saying that? Why are you saying the MPP are playing with Ghanaian mind? What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Thank you, Mr. Kula. Mr. Kula, say Mr. Malek can chama come once and say, as a home minister, was it in time from me will not respond to that person. Out means that multimedia, their group, their team. It is a police that doesn't be a friend and no fellow interviewer. It doesn't make anything. Say, come to smart the way interviewer and I say, if you're going to be interviewer, there's no difference. Now, Oma, Esclauso, we win. Even Esclauso, and I say, to a baby, near sworn in parliamentarian, new parliamentarians. Only say, movie, you know, parliamentary, you train. Only say, new ministers, and so ministry now. You know nothing. Even as they also call communication ministry, that man knows nothing about communication. But he was trained. She was trained.
So what is your point? So
the point is that Ghana media is under attack. Ronaldo. If you believe what I say, if a jail for 12 years near Janaba, still a Janaba media for. Remember, said the same then I could forward. A demonstration against value added tax. Only media men.
Yo, yeah, that was
it. You come and just Mr. Kula, the last one that me say, media my catcher Ghana for say, and you might also and they have sick Ghanaian media so okay because of say money are changing hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you think that the interference of some members of parliament and other state actors are partly to blame? Caller, hold on, please. Are partly to blame for the failure of law enforcement agencies to properly do their job?
Of course. I mean, we know that.
But this, I am applying it to both the NPP and NDC. And we are talking about all the political parties in terms of Ghana and favoritism and the way we see things. But before we go on with this point, let's hear what this caller have to say. Pacho, one friend, not refrain.
Simon, in the French Street, East London.
Yo, Simon.
I want to go.
Yes, Simon Rigo. Okay, head of communication.
Yes, communication.
UK and Ireland. Yeah, thank you, Simon, for coming on. Yeah. Do you have Ubezo Kabi Bikakra? Yo, man.
I see for you, I NDC for the chairman, so I let the Baba and then my power. Yeah, me person, me can say, I am MPP for Ghana for said, you need to say, now, say, or more, as I'm back of Timothy for now, you can't go record the records are there. Oh, and you can't have
so, wait, Simon, me got you over, wait, why when you say, oh, boss, 80 What summarize bibi ama no no how no so di kasa enti kwanenko yeah that was it yeah.
And then the can record from 2000 before 2001 now and the baby see 2008 and 4 now. The highest I can say cocoa production in Ghana 736,976 metric tons of cocoa. So far MDC about power from 2009, February 2006 free power, and no year 2010-11 year 1,024,555 metric tons of cocoa. MBB almost the same. What are they talking about? Oh, yeah, now almost please and now that was another and so the cows are not when the pastor you. Yeah, buy and before anything I can't say mass free buy. What
they saying is the MPP is saying and Addo is saying is that between 2013 and 2017, right, cocoa production slumped to 640,000 tons. This is during the Mahama administration. That is what he's saying.
No, you can't say NDC as a political party about so to compare MPP as a political party mobile by more. You therefore stand taller than the other record.
Yo, thank you.
And no matter so you know, it doesn't matter what I say. Under Mahama, I have the record here in front of me. Under Mahama 2016-2017, you get 969,511 metric tons.
So the 640,000 tons is incorrect. Is that what you are trying to say?
No, I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm saying you can't pick and choose the figures that suits him.
Exactly.
It's cherry picking of figures. You take all the figures or you don't take any of them. You can't pick and choose. You can't cherry pick. You can pick because the low side of it and leave the high part of it. And then yet under your own word, under one Kasa MPP, where in 2011, 2001, 2002, cocoa production 340,563 metric tons. A very woeful and shameful production level in our country. And then I'm more catching cocoa, you can't say
thank you.
For sale, not for sale everywhere. They could book a Cote d'Ivoire. And once I'm there, almost cocoa, and the Ghana cocoa, I'm saying, for sale. So, Ghana cocoa fertilizer, you're the champion for Cote d'Ivoire.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Right. I've not been following it, but thank you. Thank you,
Simon.
Yeah, that was it. Thank you. What do you think about? Sorry, callers. Give us a few minutes, please. Give us about 10 minutes, please. What do you think about? Or many commentators are saying that the interference of some members of parliament and other state actors. It's creating problems and it's the cause. Oh, not you. Sorry, Simon. Not for you. Thank you. No, thank you. Interference of some members of parliament and other state actors. For instance, when some government appointees. Yeah. When people get arrested or they are in trouble with the law, these so-called MPs or people of power would then call for the release of this group of people.
Okay.
You know, and many are of the view that this is creating problems and the cause of us in terms of the failure of law enforcement agencies to properly do their job.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can imagine that if someone have committed a crime, police arrest them, and then a member of parliament will call to say, please, this person, I want you to leave him. What did they do? And they are not challenging these things. And I'm talking about even during the previous administration, this has been going on over the years. Okay. Yeah, from my understanding. Okay. Yeah, let's bring Lawrence time.
From your understanding.
Even before he was born, if this has been going on.
Yeah.
You know, what is the way forward around this? What can be done to help address this conflict of interest?
Security agencies need to be firm. They are employed to do their job. They shouldn't allow any political interference if we are to move forward.
Do you think there are political interference?
I'm coming. Like you said, certain social evils in our society cut across political divides. But the response to which each political party deals with some of these issues will make a vast difference. NDC, we are clear. If you go and commit crime in the name of the party, you have to be responsible. And we have a clear example. In you remember there was recently there was a shooting incident in Kumasi at NDC headquarters. Those victims were believed to be NDC supporters or members. As a party, we made it clear crime is a crime. Our general secretary came out and said, look, it's crime. The police officers, security agencies should investigate it. But what are we seeing under Nana? NDC, MPP supporters gets away with murder in Ghana today. Just last week, a special prosecutor was crying because he's following, because corruption too is a crime. He was following security agencies to help him to prosecute corrupt officials, and they are not complying.
Yeah. State institution.
But the institution is just a building. The people are there.
Yes.
You can't go to an institution and say, I want this information.
Yes.
Definitely there's somebody there. But because it's going to affect members of the government of the day, nobody is ready to give him any information to prosecute. But we NDC, we have that record. At the moment, we have our former sitting MP who was jailed. It was President Mahama who ordered his arrest. He was investigated. Abu Gapele. He's still at Asawang. So when it comes to fighting corruption, it's not like going, so I'm incorruptible, yet you are going around clearing. Just take the scandals. The cash for system, the boss, the contaminated oil saga. A lot of them uncountable under President Akufo-Addo. He has turned himself into investigator, clearing people left and right. And the most annoying and disgusting thing is Charles Bisu's clearance just 2 days ago. The evidence was there. Was it not the same Anya's video evidence that led to the dismissal of Kwesi Nyankachi? But the same Anyas did something with Charles Bisu. You said, oh, you want to interrogate it. You finally set up a committee. Nothing came out of it. The visa racketeering, nothing came out of it. So, for Nana, the kind of nepotism and favoritism, I'm not saying it is not in Ghana, but it has taken it to the next level that we have never seen in the history of our country. Belong to MPP today and you can get away with murder. That is the situation we are in now. And for NDC, as I've given
the evidence of.
No, I've given a record. Our MP is serving jail sentence. We could have also said, oh, he did nothing wrong. We could have, Mama could have done that. But he said no. The National Service Chief Executive and the Mahama caused his arrest. He's still on trial. These are known NDC appointees, but we didn't shield them. We exposed them. We arrested them. Sylvester Mensah, our immediate past flag bearer, he was arrested like a common criminal. When there was concerns about, he was asked to step aside. Independent investigation went in, and he was cleared. But that is not what we are seeing under President Akufo-Addo. So when it comes to corruption, this Nana is finished. Because this time round, he's not going to tell any Ghanaian that he's coming to fight corruption. Because corruption starts at the jubilee. It's well cooked, institutionalized, and it's been monopolized, state managed. How can I believe Mami Atiwa Dankwa when he was the same CRD responsible for the Kulevotin, advising, coaching the two deputy chief of staff what to say to clear themselves when that scandal broke out. Now that same person is leading investigation into other corrupt scandals, and you want me to believe the outcome of the investigation? And some of these things, the evidence are clear for every Ghanaian to see. So until Nana stop playing lip service to fighting crime and corruption, we'll always be at the same place. And for us, we are clear. President Mahama was clear. For Professor Mills, we all know his record when it comes to corruption. President Rawlings don't even go there. But we have President Kufuor saying, oh, for him, he's not going to ask his ministers to be investigated for corruption because that will bring his government down. So you belong to MPP, you can do anything and get away with it. So we have the record to boast about.
Is it people in politics only that have these privileges, or people of power and status in Ghana?
Well, I mean, for that one, any opinion leader can walk into police station and ask his relative or friend to be released. But what we need to do is to professionalize our security agencies. I'm not saying they are not professional, but the way they do it, you and I, in this country, you are working. Have you ever seen money? Nobody can bribe you.
No, police, what you,
that's it.
That's it.
It's
no
finished.
Choice.
You can't even dream of bribing.
No, and even they like to arrest the people of power. If they notice that you hold a position,
they would rather go after you. They don't want common criminals.
But in Ghana, you are a
big man. Oh, you can commit murder and get away.
And I think
sometimes we can't blame the politicians much, because a politician is, as every woman be says.
Are you saying that in during the Mahama administration this was not the case?
It wasn't the case, and I've given examples. High-profile NDC people were arrested.
Well, our audience are listening.
No, I've given you examples. Abuga Pele is a good example. He's still in Sawa.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the national chief executive secretary of National Service Board was also.
If anyone have anything to say about what we're talking about, can you
give me one MPP guy who is under investigation or is being prosecuted or jailed for corruption? And if you look around Ghana now, it's corruption here, corruption there. Everywhere is corruption. Oh. But the problem we have now, we have sophisticated corrupt officials.
You need to be precise. When you say everywhere is corruption, where? And in fact, where is
okay, so Charles Bisu thing is not corruption.
Okay.
The problem we have in Ghana,
is being investigated
and then cleared by the chief clearing officer, President Akufo-Addo himself. Because in a serious country, Mami Tewa would have lost her job.
It's not Addo who did the investigation.
By some of these things, before the commission will be set up, the president will come out and clear them. That when he did his concert party, his last year meet the press. I don't know whether it was beginning of this or later. He said it that he's not going to be ordering investigation into everything. He said it publicly, and I was shocked when I read it. So he himself don't have confidence in the believe that his appointees are corrupt. No, okay. Let me give you an example. That Mr. Kwame Osu, the disgraced chairman or chief executive of Ghana Maritime Authority, the 13th air condition man. I understand he live in this country. Was it in US?
Yeah, yes. You are saying
it. Spend some high money on end of year party. Here, you and I will go end of year party. It comes from your pocket. But this man was sitting there justifying it, justifying the amount of air condition in his house. Well, we thought, oh, he was going to be punished or sacked. Okay, we asked him to go and rest, and the next minute, the president has even promoted him.
Thank you.
To a higher post, board chairman of Ghana Revenue Authority. When I read that, I said, look, Ghana, we're in big trouble. This taking action of impunity. This man don't deserve to even hold any public office in Ghana again.
Thank you. Let's listen.
But he has been promoted, rewarded. Election is coming. Let's take him to Revenue Authority. So use all the money to do our campaign. We are waiting for them.
Yeah.
This time round, we'll make them good.
Who is one of phone? So now, sorry, one friend of refrain. Sorry.
So Kwame Osu thing is not corruption. That one is not corruption.
Well, our audience are listening to everything and they will respond. Yeah, Macho Manenko, Freddy.
Chairman Poma, why are they?
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. You know, what the person can a chairman, I shall say the fee none your mommy and son, Tiwa security, no, and a fertilizer, no, and a lady now, MP Nika,
you need a lot of time, we give you 1 minute.
Tiwa do down when your Monia warrior, President Akufo-Addo to me and Pamuno. I was always welcome by election in your mind, kidnap Canada for Malum way in an see what you done for catches when you do your one. Or look, what show a great service to the country, no. Or no one Pamuno says or any year was any or any in your Bama. That IGP or this week, you are born in champs, so you are born in champs, so IGP, anything what you done for money, you are born in champs of our Mangana. But what's in your Pamu? IGP. And in fact, if you are not in a IGP, and name, no. Oko checking records now, time Akufo-Addo winning here now. Only people Akufo-Addo born about so or your former chairman, MIPP, Azana, Kufotan, Azana joining police, I hate ranks to the top. Or your MPP former chairman, the current, the acting IGP. So that's it. Now, it says Ghana insecurity, no, Akufo-Addo Abano, on team measure for in fact. Ọ̀nù ọ̀nkásá na wáyé dẹ̀ wọ́n set sáà example náà mọ̀ yẹn nyinaa yẹ dẹ̀ ọ̀mú follow no. Na mi nua bẹ́ẹ̀ ma fertilizer yẹ kan wá sẹ́ mo ní sẹ́ NDC tàbí ẹ̀ di fertilizer ní kyẹ́. Báyìí bíbí báyìí náà ọ̀mú ọ̀mú tán ètí bí kò sẹ́ kúrẹ́fọ́ náà ẹ̀yìn sika tọ́ fertilizer sẹ́fì a whole warehouse half asset. Na wọ́n yìí half náà kà ní sẹ́dọ̀ sọ́ mbẹ́sá yẹ mọ̀ kúrẹ́fọ́ ló kúrẹ́ na wọ́n fà mọ́ náà sá smuggle the fọ́kọ̀ Burkina Faso ní Abidjan. Investigate a common police or look who some struggle fertilizer. Ya pano papa no. Akufo-Addo member money out in the the peer no papa president Mills, ni president Mahama, ni president Wallace here. Just Akufo-Addo here or yourself or by say the peer near. There's already either my way or no deal as a president here goes with.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was it.
President Akufo-Addo Anna Okaya Adakabre. Or yeah, that cabaret the same thing as the power day, a journalist way. In fact, President Akufo-Addo shared the cabaret, one channel, and that's also a cast and one there, and Tiano. It is Sir President Akufo-Addo chat to among ministers in Yade, and also, can they put you for transfer for catcher or mine in the Napusi fruit? And Napusi for trial, any about them.
Your time. Yeah, Freddie, can you run up? Because your time.
There's a big 18 years sorting a whole journalist in front of their camera. Now, I never quite reality.
Freddie, can you run up? Because you need time. You need time. Okay. Yes, can you run up? Thank you.
They may run up and let them become a chairman, but so no good exposure of people are born in 2020. The Obi Professor journey NDC.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Mbaba. You have given a lot of argument. You made a lot of points about a number of areas, you know. And now, moving forward, today we received information from the Bureau of Public Safety to express concern about the growing incident of violent crimes, including murder, in the country. And do you feel that this favoritism, that, you know, when people are getting away with things and, you know, the difficulty of managing those affairs, it could be part of the cause of these things?
Well, it is sad.
Or is it the fact that a lot of foreigners are coming to the country and the management of it is becoming difficult? For instance, all these methods for Sakawa, you know, to make quick money, or Ghanaians, our mentality of dealing with spirituality could be also a cause of all these murders, because many young people want to get rich fast, including those in voodoo land, churches, a lot of things. We are not saying that every church is involved, although we have few minutes left, so I will suggest that,
I mean,
you know,
well, the president is claiming credit for increase in cocoa productivity. So if the security situation in Ghana is deteriorating, he just need to accept responsibility. The problem is that we have introduced tribalism and nepotism in our security agencies. So professionalism has been thrown to the dogs. The security situation, I don't know why. So anytime MPP is in government, then we are in bad situation. Nana time started with lot of security situation. And since I became matured and following Ghana politics or international, this is the first time Western countries are warning their nationals not to travel to Ghana.
Who won?
Britain and US. when the
warned
Canadians were
nationals
yes,
not to travel to Ghana.
and I felt ashamed because I always parade. Oh, Ghana is the
Where did
peaceful
you
country.
receive this information?
But it was all over. It came on Ghana Web. It came on Ghana Web.
But not in the news here, but in Ghana.
Yeah, of course. They will ask their high commission or embassies to advise their. And if you go to the foreign office of Commonwealth, so what I'm saying is that
the concern is that Educhum, the doctor, Educhum was attacked on a trip to Bolga, this week, and I think it's getting.
No, what I'm saying is that crime is crime, whether for Sakawa or for ritual.
Yes.
It's up to the security agencies to fight it. Why somebody attack on Bulgaria? You know, during Mahama, what used to happen? Because of the speed of armed robbery, if some part of the roads in the north, if you are going after 6 o'clock, the police officers will follow you patrol. Yes, all that has stopped now. Because recently, my wife was in Ghana when they said they were leaving. I said, but do you think you can travel after 6 o'clock because the security guys will stop it? They said, no, now there's nothing like that. So these are some of the problems we have. Because I don't know, he claimed he's investing in the security agencies, but he's not doing it. He's not doing it. And people who are not up to the job or hold certain key positions, because of their affiliation with the MPP, they are given certain important positions. After the sacking of the IGP, what is his name? Ashanti, the one they just asked to proceed on leave. I saw it coming, you see. But why that? Why wait until now when the man is left with only 1 month to go, and then they brought another party man? So if we don't make it purely on merit basis and we keep on playing with our national security issues, definitely we are not going to have a secure country. It's a shame because Ghana now, armed robbery is on increasing. After social vices, drugs, prostitution, we can't blame foreigners. Even the Ghanaians that are there, they are not getting jobs. How do you expect them to live? Some of them.
So are you trying to say that during the Mahama administration, crime was better?
Of course, crime was better. That one is clear. The record is there. That's why we are now complaining. Public safety is complaining because these are independent records. This ritual killing, armed robbery, kidnapping. Have you ever seen any for a terrorist being kidnapped in Ghana?
Yeah.
Me, I've never heard it except under Nana Akufo-Addo.
Thank you.
If you have example, tell me. And before I end, thanks very much to your cherished listeners. As I said, this will not be the last.
Yeah.
It's up to you, Kofi Kula.
Sorry, we are not taking any course.
But what I'm throwing a challenge to the MPP chairman, my good friend, Mr.
Again, you started
because
why do you want to meet MPP chairman so much?
I don't want to come and sit and be talking to myself. I wish he was sitting left to me here and we'll battle it out.
Why do you want to talk to him so much?
Because they have record to defend. We are yet to come out with our manifesto. If our manifesto is out, then I'll be comfortable sitting here telling Ghanaians what we are coming to do. But at the moment, all the lies, the one dam, one village, one factory, what and what, they need to come and explain to Ghanaians, and that is why it's running.
But you don't want anyone except the chairman.
The chairman, because he's representing. I'm here because I was made to believe that he's coming today.
No, we said that
at the beginning, yes. My communication officer said,
okay, he may have given you.
So I said, for this one, I'll leave everything and
come here. He may have given you a message which is miscommunication.
Okay.
I understand that Mr. Richmond Boating was coming. Okay. Although you want to meet
the chairman.
But then they have emergency.
I'm not undermining them. When I finish with the chairman, then I'll go down.
They have an emergency meeting, so he couldn't make it. But we will leave it like that.
He's not here. He should come and tell us what they are doing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I will thank you at here for your damunyina say and program. Na mu hwe program yi Omega Live TV. Na Omega Live TV yenya sponsorship free. Omega House na sponsor ye. Na yesramo so we utie program bi. Na say upesa o sponsor ye, please call us and then support us. You know, and also remember yetimi I provide very good service to the community. Into why we upesa o sponsor ye, please call us and then talk to us, and then we will also listen to you and take your guidance and also your support. After super so your advert, please call us and we will do advert for you as well. Now Omega House, normal bebre. So we ye party, we ye bibiana, so we hear any support in terms of videoing, photography, gift items, bibia. You bet my nina ma. Open so print invitation cards in this anomaly na. You buy amount. Your normal screen also. Ubeti nya screen also. Enti uko we share a program here. Your normal no ubenya your normal no. You're situated at West Green Road. After so next week, you buy a program live from Ghana. Next week we will be doing the program live from Ghana. Until next week we will not having the program here. I know sir Mr. Mbaba anxious to meet Mr. Kwaku Nkansa, but he was unavailable because only available because almost emergency meeting. So in due course, you best Mr. Kwaku Nkansa answer say you want to meet him on one-on-one and to have a program with him. Thank you everyone. Good night. Or the next week we hear free Otech FM. After so Sammy Flex TV now from Ghana, all the way from Ghana. It will be at 11 o'clock. We will start at 11 p.m. which is 10 p.m. in Ghana time. Thank you all. God bless you. Have a good sleep. Good night. Munaye Jobedu Yeremfi Edawase. See you.